Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, as I mentioned last night, I told you the story about Chan Master Xiang Yan and how he practiced under Great Master Bai Chang and then went on to study under Master WeiYang. And the story is meant to tell you a bunch of points about our WeiYang lineage, one of which is that we do teach Hua Tou, as was the case to Master Xiang Yan. Okay, so it's one of the Dharma doors we transmit to our people. But you need to pay attention. The story was very specific. It's not meant for everyone at all. It's great for people like Xiang Yan, but not for everyone. So this is why in a WeiYang lineage, we don't simply emphasize Hua Tou only. We teach Hua Tou when it's appropriate. Okay? And to me, Xiang Yan was an illustration of a few very important points. That is, the first point I just made is not for everyone. It's great for specific people, like Xiang Yan. And it is the nature of the Hua Tou, the topic of investigation is of interest to you. Meaning that because of the nature of Xiang Yan's makeup, the question that Master WeiYang asked him was along the line of what we call nowadays, what is your original face before you were born, or before your parents gave birth to you. That's what is phrased nowadays. When people teach Hua Tou, they investigate that topic, that thing. So it's the same as it's a paraphrasing of Master WeiYang's Hua Tou that he gave to Xiang Yan. Okay, and so that's one of the topics that you could choose, because I'm suggesting to you that you should investigate Hua Tou this winter qi for the heck of it. You should give it a try. Okay, it may not be for you, maybe for you, we don't know. But it's worth a try because it's one of the Dharma doors in Chan that in my era, when I came into Master Xunhua's environment, they were very high on that. It's like the superior Chan Dharma door. And I don't know how it came about, but maybe it's a way that the Chinese tradition, they bought into it. And even Master Xunhua even explained a lot about how to practice Hua Tou and so forth. So I came and taught Hua Tou was the most advanced Chan Dharma door. But later I realized it's not the case, because look, Master WeiYang or Master Yang Shan, they never emphasized Hua Tou as a main form of Chan practice at all. So that's our lineage. We don't emphasize Hua Tou at all. But I still ask you to practice because you should give it a shot and to find out, to test the waters for yourself. All right, it's worth a try. And another topic of investigation that's also advocated in our WeiYang lineage by Master Xu Yun is who's reciting a Buddha's name. So in general, those two topics there are of particular interest to a lot of people. A lot of you wonder, what did you look like before you were born, when your parents gave birth to you? It's a fair question. And another question is that many of you have been brainwashed into believing you should go to the Pure Land. Therefore, you should wonder who's reciting in Buddha's name. Okay? Then we teach you. All right? So those are the two topics we recommend you try. Okay? If you have other topics that intrigue you, you can talk to me. Okay? But I think those two topics will be good enough for experimental trial runs for you. All right? Okay. And now I leave the door open for questions. Yes, JC.
말씀. 네, 질문.
그냥 하면 돼. 네. 안녕하세요.
Hello.
늘 감사합니다, 마스터. 저는요, 이번에 내일부터 단식을 9일간 해볼까 해서 여쭤봅니다. 미국에 있을 때 일주일간 한 적이 있어요. 그리고 한국에서 3일, 5일 정도 여러 번 했었고요. 네, 그리고 내일부터 단식을 9일간 하려고 하는데 하여튼 어떻겠나 싶어서 여쭤보는 겁니다. 네, 감사합니다.
Hi, Master. Thank you so much. And I'm starting my fasting tomorrow. I'm planning for 9 days. I just want to let you know that when I went to U.S., I did for 1 week. And then when I was in Korea, for several times, I did 3 to 5 days of fasting. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Tell XM there, she will look after you. Very good. Good thing to try. Anyone else, especially, is good for you. Yes, 7.
Thank you, Master. Welcome back down south. It's so nice to see you made it safe.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The weather is very good down here. It was rainy up north. Also, we brought a bunch of people with us, so that's why it looks like. Welcome.
It's wonderful. Yeah, so nice. 안녕하세요. My question is related to the Hua Tou, is what do we do once we arrive at an answer to those two questions?
Then you are enlightened. It's that simple. You investigate this thing here, and if you break through, then you open enlightenment. All right, anyone else? That's it? Okay, then you know what to do with Hua Tou. Anyone, I gave you some homework last night. Did anyone research into how Hua Tou is practiced or taught? How or taught to be practiced? Yes, here, Alex. No, huh? 2.
Oh, thank you, Master. Okay, so
Thank you.
I read that in order to pursue Hua Tou, you have to have great doubt, and that you focus on the question over and over again, and even when you feel doubt, you must keep on it and not turn away from it and keep to it. So I was wondering if you could speak on that.
Where do you get the information from? I need you to cite the sources because I'm curious too. I never had the chance or the time to look into how it was practiced, how it was taught. Okay? So your sources information, your reference sources are?
My reference source is from Gaofeng Yan Miao, which was a Linji master, and he said that let's see. where is it? Oh, for Hua Tou practice, one must have 3 essential requirements: great faith, great resolve, and great doubt. And he had a commentary on who is reciting the Buddha's name.
Okay.
Oh, here, I can read up the...
What's his name again? Chinese character.
Gao Feng.
Gao Feng.
Yan Miao.
Is it Gao Feng, the guy who fell off the cliff? Miao Gao Feng? Is that Miao Gao Feng his name? Because the reference matters. You should not pick up things, garbage from people who are not qualified. Okay. Anyway, so those are not incorrect. All right. Anyone else? That's it? Just one reference. You're happy? You found one piece of information, you're happy. Okay. Next, DTT.
I found quite a few, but the 2 relatively credible sources, one is from Master Xuanhua. Another, I'm not sure how credible, but he's famous, is Master Xingyun.
Xinlin.
星云大师，台湾佛光山星云大师。
Xingyun. Okay.
Yeah, so Master mentioned him before. He's quite famous in Taiwan.
He's dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. I need to know when they're dead, it's safer to talk about them.
Master Xuanhua's instruction.
He's dead too. I'm sorry. Wu-yin doesn't find it funny. Go ahead.
Master Xuanhua's instruction is you basically ask yourself a question, and then you watch your force thinking like a cat watching for a mouse. And if you see your force thinking, you catch it. You see your force thinking, you catch it. And you kind of ask yourself, but you don't hold on too tight. You don't try too hard on it. And he also says something like,山穷水尽疑无路，柳暗花明又一村. Like when you get to the end of it, you thought like it's a dead end. Then all of a sudden something else will pop up. I mean, I don't understand what that means, but that's his instruction. It's kind of abstract to me. I have so many questions on how to practice this after I heard that teaching. Master Xingyun gives slightly more specific instruction. He's like, oh, who is reciting Buddha's name? And then he has so many other follow-up questions on top of it. Just like you just keep asking, till you get the answer.
So you keep
based on the different source.
So what are the follow-up questions? Some of the follow-up questions you can remember?
Where is this person? Who is reciting Buddha's name? Where is this person from?
Okay.
Like, all that. It's just a lot of questions. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of thinking, but sure, if you say so. And there are also some other sources, but I don't know them, so I don't want to quote them. But some people say you keep asking questions. Some say you ask and wait for the answer. Some say you ask, don't even expect an answer. Okay. I'm like, okay, what do I do?
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. Yes, too.
감사합니다. 어제 부모 미생전 본래 면목 그 화두를 주고 그다음에 대나무 소리를 보고 이 인가를 한 것 같은데 그 3대 조사로 이양을 안 되고 다른 분이 조사로 임명된 그 이유가 혹시 있을까요? 삼 대 조사가 지안 스님이 아니고 다른 분한테 넘겨준 거는 어떤 특별한 이유가 있어서인지. 지금 이산 스님이 뭐 초대라고 보면 양산 스님이 2대고 그 다음에 3대가 다른 분으로 이렇게 조사가 물려진 것 같아요.
So, Master, I have a question about WeiYang lineage. So, I understand the first one, let's say the first patriarch is WeiShan, and second patriarch is Yangshan. But the third patriarch is not Master Huizhong. No, I'm sorry, Master Shengyan. Do you know why the Master Shengyan is not the next succeeding patriarch for the WeiYang lineage?
Who's Shengyan?
That is a Jishan. Sorry for my pronunciation.
Oh, Xiangyan, okay. Chuxian, okay. He's not a patriarch. Mm-hmm.
Why he's not the next patriarch? That was his question.
He's not good enough to be a patriarch. They have better candidates. He's good enough, but there are others who are much better qualified. They are not desperate. Okay, because Master WeiShan, Master Yangshan were really, really advanced teachers, the best teachers in our lineage, and so they train a lot of very competent people. Here's the difference: Xiangyan was sent away, basically because of his conditions. Okay, and because of that, his rate of progress is a lot slower than otherwise. Okay, and so you are there are conditions where you're better off cultivating within the temple under the guidance of the master. Such is the case of Master Yangshan. Master Yangshan was trained right under Master WeiShan. Okay, even though Master WeiShan was not trained under his teachers at all. Okay, so you see, so each person is different. But however, you look at his history, you see that Master WeiShan has a very, very special conditions and that enable him to be by himself. And after he started teaching, he also demonstrated that it's just more efficient for Master Yangshan to be trained under him. And when Master Yangshan was ready, then he was unleashed. He was sent away. Okay? So right there under the WeiYang lineage, you have one style where you practice away from the teacher, and the other style is you practice under the teacher. Now, when you practice away from the teacher, there's certain requirements. And Master Xiangyan, looking at him, his story, he didn't have the same attributes, the same qualities, the same assets as Master WeiShan. Okay, and therefore, he should have been better off staying within Master WeiShan. But maybe there's some condition were not appropriate. For example, he was not sociable. Okay? You're not sociable. It's very hard for you to stay within the great assembly unless you become a bad sheep. Okay? You use as a bad sheep. Another reason that it may not be appropriate for him is that he not only not sociable, but he also was arrogant. He felt he knew everything. He knew a lot more than anyone else. So he had to spend time to get rid of it. He has to suffer enough to get rid of it. And so he spent years roaming around, being a nobody, doing nothing at all. That's what helped him get rid of his arrogance. Okay, so each person is different. So it's a fair question. I don't know because I'm no patriarch. From my observation from a distance, I see that Xiangyan, because you see the story when after he became enlightened, he said a bunch of things. That's still some attachments there that he has to say things. Okay, that he has to say things about his enlightenment. That is. So he still feels there's something special about his state of enlightenment that tells me his level is not that high. Okay, and that's why Master Yang Shan was very compassionate. He came over and helped him very quickly. It's called sudden teaching right there. The 3 questions Master Yang Shan asked him are actually sudden teaching. There's a lot of things we're not telling you in our lineage, okay? Because we help those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And the great masters like Master WeiYang, Yang Shan did everything on purpose. Nothing is wasted. Think about it. Why would a great teacher like Master Yang Shan bother traveling long distances to go see Chuxian? Okay, Xiangyan. You know, what for? He knew it already. His teacher says, this guy is enlightened. I approve of him. But Yang Shan, my great master Yang Shan pretended to disagree. He said, I don't know. Let me go find out. He traveled long distances. Think about it. To me, it's suspicious. Why would a great sage like him, disagree with his teacher and go long distances? It's got to be a reason. It's to help that guy. Okay? And so that's why you see how compassionate our founders were. This is our tradition, folks. We do everything possible to help you, including Master Yang Shan traveling long distances as a good advisor to come to teach Master WeiYang's disciple. Think about it. There's no discrimination at all. Okay, my teacher is old. He's not going to make he's not going to travel. Okay, so I'm going to travel on his behalf. It's just so exquisite to me, that story. Okay. So ultimately, Xiangyan is still not good enough. We have very high standards in our lineage. We have plenty of talented people. Okay? Go ahead, go Forrest.
Master, I read the Master Shenhua's explanation, one of his explanation of Hua Tou, and I think there are a few things I think are noticeable that I don't understand any of this, but for example, one thing is that there's a contrast between investigating Hua Tou and reciting Buddha's name. So he said that instead of keep reciting and reciting many times, Chan Hua Tou is slow. It's very slow. It's like good to stretch it out for a very long time. Let me find the exact phrase.
By the way, I'm very grateful for all your input because I read his explanation in English. And his disciples, to my dismay, much later, they don't understand Hua Tou at all. How could they possibly translate it properly? None of them understands Hua Tou. Not even second idiot. How can they possibly translate the instructions? So that's why I need to hear and get the Chinese text, not the translation. This is when you go berserk. You go crazy if you read these stupid translations. You miss one word. You combine the two words wrong ways. You get a totally different instructions. Go ahead.
So this part says, do you want me to read the Chinese?
It's okay. You can. I know you can explain to me.
Okay. So
whatever I'm not clear, I can ask for clarifications.
Okay. So if you recite it as if you're reciting Buddha's name, you think reciting the more the better. That's a mistake. You don't have to recite more. It's best to stretch it long, even for hours. Even reciting for hours. I think it means reciting 念佛是谁, like a one phrase for hours. Even reciting for 80,000 great大节, 80,000 kappas, and without interruption. That is the real Chan. That is a real investigating Chan. So that seems interesting to me. That I don't know how to stretch it to hours. That's one point. And another point is that and
they did not translate this part at all, by the way. The English translation I read didn't include this. Very good. Continue.
There is also Hua Tou is the beginning of the word, not the end of the word. So it's the 预兆 prediction. I don't. It's not precise. It's the pre-thought maybe before the prediction before the thought, the one thought start. 一念未生之前的一个预兆. So that part I don't understand. What is the head of the thought? That's number 2. Maybe number 3, I can say there's also it says the 参禅的参就是观, so 参 investigating is contemplating. What are you contemplating? Contemplating prajna. That's one.
Contemplating what?
Prajna.
Prajna. Okay.
观照般若, 观照般若. So, so here it talks about contemplate yourself, 观自己在不在, and so on and so forth. And I think also general, this article, I feel there's a lot of focus of talking about being focused, like 专一其心. So this is very similar with what we learned about reciting Buddha's name. But I think my main question here is, it seems like similar with reciting Buddha's name, but it's very different also. So I don't really know how to execute this process.
Okay, good questions. Okay, excellent. That's very good. Each person explains it differently, and we have different styles. I also learned about Hua Tou the very first time by reading or listening to Master Xinhua's English translation of his instructions. So they chose some instructions and they translated it and whatever. And I read it, I listened to those, I followed those, I got totally confused. Okay, and so I'm not happy about that. Okay, but you can't blame them. They don't understand. Okay, this is why it's so critical when you translate Chan materials, you don't understand, you are doing the devil's work. I know I sound severe, but I'm very upset. Okay? So anyway, so I'll address that a little bit later. Yes, JC?
네, 여보세요?
네, 마스터. 저는요, 조계종에 있을 때 화두를 좀 들은 적이 있거든요. 이 무엇인가, 본래 면목 하면서 이 무엇인가 하면서 의심은 처음엔 됐는데 계속 의심이 지속이 안 돼가지고 그 마음을 지켜보는 그렇게 했는데 그렇게 하는 거 맞나 궁금해서요.
So, Master, I was able to meet with Hua Tou during my time in Jogye order. So I was focusing on that original phase, that Hua Tou phrase. What happened to me is I was able to have many doubts. However, I could not continue those doubts. And do I need to watch myself or watch the doubt? I'm not really sure about these.
Don't worry about it. You're on the wrong tracks. JMT.
보산사.
마스터, 저는 24 years고, 저는 그러니까 24년 전에 길상사랑 성광사 참마스터로부터 화두를 받았고요. 좀 전에 제시에서 말씀하셨던 진여인님과 마찬가지로 화두를 들다가 이제 상기가 왔고, 이제 3년 고생을 하다가 제가 포기를 했어요. 한번 끊을게요. 화두를 잘못 들게 되면 상기병이 오거든요. 그러니까 그거의 전문 용어는 잘 모르겠고 그냥 설명을 에너지나 열이 머리 꼭대기 백회열로 몰리는 현상이라고 그렇게 풀어서 설명하셔야 될 것 같아요.
So, Master, about 24 years ago, I received a phrase related to Hua Tou from a master from Gilsangsa and Songgwangsa. So I worked on it, and then for 3 years, I didn't go anywhere. I ended up with this problem, which is the energy and the heat goes on to the top of my head.
제 질문은 그때 24년 전에 포기했던 화두를 다시 지금 이 선칠에 해야 되는 건지 아니면 뭐 어떻게 다른 걸 새로 해야 되는 건지 아니면 그냥 하던 것만 해야 되는 건지 그게 질문들입니다.
그 화두 주제를 똑같은 것으로 해야 하나 아니면 다른 주제로?
네, 맞아요. 네네, 그렇죠, 맞아요. 포기했던 제 화두를 다시 들어야 되는. 네네, 감사합니다.
So I'm just wondering, during this Chanchi, recommend us to the Hua Tou. So should I just go ahead and whatever that I give up 24 years ago, that phrase, Hua Tou phrase, do I continue or do I start with a new phrase?
Okay, very good. Good question. Here's the answer. Don't do Hua Tou. Hua Tou is wrong for you. Okay? Stop wasting time. You don't need to waste time doing this Hua Tou thing. It's not for you. It's not for everyone at all. Especially for some people, it's not for particular people like her. It's not a good thing for her to do Hua Tou. Okay. The reason I wanted you to try, that's about it. Just for you to get a feel of it, get a taste of it. But for some people, like now I know that she tried it already and it should have not given to her in the first place. I give it to you as a fun thing to do for a few days, a few weeks, that's no more. Okay, and if you got something going that's good for you, then you continue. Otherwise, at least you say, I try Hua Tou. You can brag to your husband, your wives, and so forth that, I try Hua Tou. Okay, so that you can say that the WeiYang lineage, American WeiYang, we do have Hua Tou too. Okay, it's just that it's not for me. Okay, I want you to know that we are very multi-dimensional. Yes, 7.
Master Jim posted some information regarding the Chan master in Alex's answer.
Okay.
Gao Feng Yuan Miao, a secular surname.
Yeah, Miao, Gao Feng Miao, yeah.
Yeah, was originally from Wujiang, Suzhou. He was a prominent Lingji school Chan master during the late Song and early Yuan dynasties. He inherited the Dharma from Master Xueyan Zuqing of Mount Yang in Yuanzhou. It was commonly known by the name of Gao Feng.
Okay, so Miao Gao Feng, right? Master Hsuan mentioned his name a few times in some of his stories. Okay, all right. So yeah, he's an enlightened master. So so he's has some technical skills. Anyone read anything? Did Han Shan ever teach about Hua Tou at all in Chinese? Han Shan, very famous Chan master. These are the great masters that, Master Han Shan, went up to the mountains and practiced by himself and so forth. These are great things. All right. The first rule of thumb, Linji is not strong in Hua Tou at all. Because Linji's great master Linji's style of teaching is his school is based on something else. From what I see, it's not based on Hua Tou. So I don't think they really have a great understanding of Hua Tou. You see, when I read the story and I discussed the story about Master Xiang Yan, the way the Master WeiYang taught him, that is quintessential Hua Tou, you ask me. Okay, that's why I wanted you to hear about it. We spent an hour talking about it because I want you don't appreciate it yet, but eventually down the road, maybe years later or maybe lifetimes later, it will come back and you say, wow, that is pure Chan instructions. Because Chan instruction, let me tell you, okay, because I had to go through that myself. After my master died, I only had English translation of his instructions. And I found out to my dismay later, none of them really understand Master Shenhua's Chan at all. None of them. Okay? And he's got to be desperate to choose those people. Okay? Anyway, but it's a good start because it's good enough for the Americans, but clearly it is not for the Chinese-speaking people. Okay, and so I had to spend a lot of years learning the wrong things and doing the wrong things, and I was very unhappy about it. So I made a resolve, say, I'm going to try to save you time. Okay, because one of the main things about practicing under a teacher is that he saves you time. Like Jubi asked a question, should I do the Hua Tou again after I tried 2 years? Okay, I said, no, you don't have to try because I could tell you to try for 3 more weeks. It's still a waste of her time, you see? Even 3 weeks, I don't want you to waste your time. Okay, let alone confuse you, give you wrong instruction for you to go off on and get lost and get in trouble. Lucky that Jumi didn't get in trouble. She could have got in big trouble. Hua Tou is not for everyone. The wrong people practicing Hua Tou, they get into big trouble. People like Jumi have no business practicing Hua Tou. Not for all of you. Yes, JMT.
맞습니다, 마스터. 일단 첫째 제가 저한테 그 화두를 주셨던 참 마스터는 제가 전생에 이제 후에마이 나는 누구인가라는 화두를 했었던 인연이 있었기 때문에 줬다라고 하셨고요. 네. 네네네. 제가 화두 수행을 했는데 그게 후에마이라는 화두로 제가 수행을 했었기 때문에 네.
So the previous Chan master who gave me that Hua Tou phrase, what is my original face? He told me that my previous life that was my Hua Tou phrase.
그리고 이제 마스터께서 말씀하신 대로 제가 이제 제가자인데 화두 수행을 3년을 하고 이제 상기병뿐만 아니라 삶이 위험해요.
Jimmy, it's okay. Don't go there. Let's not go there. It's a waste of time. Waste of your time. I don't care what you were told. Doesn't matter to me. I look at you right now. I would never teach you Hua Tou. Not so. For me to discuss Hua Tou with you is a waste of your time and my time. Okay? Let's stop wasting time.
마스터 제가 말 공유하고 싶은 거는
Very good.
하겠다는 뜻이
Next.
Danger. 마스터 제가 얘기하려고 하는 거는 어떻게?
Stop wasting time. There's no, we don't have time to waste. Go ahead, go first.
Master, I have some quotes from the Master Han Shan. Han Shan Deqing. Are you interested?
Mm-hmm.
So the
Is it Han Shan, not Han Shan? Okay.
Han Shan does not do Hua Tou. Han Shan is the earlier monk. Han Shan is the Ming Dynasty. So Hua Tou is the moment before words are spoken, the instant just before a single thought arises. In investing a Hua Tou, what matters is not repeated recitation, but that the sense of doubt remains unbroken. Doubt is not thinking or discrimination. It is forcing the mind to the point where there's no path to follow. And when doubt reaches its extreme, the pathways of the mind are cut off, and suddenly everything drops away. The Hua Tou itself is also a forced thinking, yet it is used to destroy 10,000 false thoughts with a single thought, with a single false thought. That's it.
Excellent. This is the best Hua Tou instruction I've heard. I don't even care to hear the Chinese. It's exactly what it is. It's the clearest, the most accurate, the most precise, concise instruction for Hua Tou. Extract that and use it as instruction for Hua Tou. If you want to explain Hua Tou, this is how you explain it. Okay? Not Master Xinhua style. Not Master Xinhua goes up on a tangent. It created problems for me. Okay? Because when Chun asked the question, 3 questions, quoted 3 things Master Xinhua taught. First one's okay, second one is not as okay, third one is off. You go that way, you're gonna get in trouble. Okay, but Master Han Shan is right on, point after point after point. And the interesting thing about Hua Tou is that I know it's on point, but you don't know. So it's not something you need to understand because I cannot explain to you. Hua Tou is not something that can be explained to you. Okay? So Master Han Shan there, he says, he's not explaining to you. He says, this is where you're going. Okay? Whereas the other teachers, they make the mistake of trying to explain to you what it is. Okay? Hua Tou instruction to me is basically telling you what to do. And if you come and practice, and then we also tell you what not to do. It's much more important. So because Hua Tou it cannot really be explained to you how to practice. So you practice and then you say, oh, I've been doing this. And then I say, no, don't do that. That's wrong. And you drop it. Okay, I didn't have that luxury because of the bad translation to English. And I never had a chance to ask Master Hsuan directly. Okay? But the more you explain, the more people will get confused. Okay, so Master Han Shan, every single sentence, okay, even though it's said in English, it's right on. Every single sentence, whereas Master Hsuan instructions are off. First one, as I said, 80%. Second one, 75, 70%. Third one, 45%, 50%. It's off. You don't want to explain too much. That's very, very important to know. Okay? So, are there questions left? The reason I tell you this because a lot of people, because I went through this myself, a lot of people were fascinated by Hua Tou and they look for instruction from different teachers. So from what I learned from you tonight, with your help, I'm telling you, do not learn from Xing Yun. Do not learn from Miao Gao Feng. Miao Feng, he's not wrong, but he's okay. Master Shenhua, I would not learn from him. Okay? I would not, that some of you will get in trouble if you practice like that. Master Han Shan is the best instruction. You only have to memorize that. If you want instructions, memorize it and don't try to understand. Because one day, if you practice Hua Tou and you go very far and you make it through, you look back and say, wow, that's exactly what he said. It's not the way it sounds, but it's exactly the way you understand when you get there. You understand the difference? It's not something we can explain to you. It can be explained to you. It can only an illusion, point a finger to the moon, if you will. That's what happens in a chant. We can only point a finger to the moon for you. If you try, there's no way for us to tell exactly how to do Hua Tou. It's impossible. So the more we talk, the more we get in trouble. Is that clear? So that's why a lot of people, the more they talk, that's the less you want to listen. Okay? Yeah. So I love Han Shan's explanation. It's so beautiful. Yes, JC.
말씀하세요. 보라선원. 네, 하세요.
네, 제가 수행을 하기 전 일반인이었을 때는 얼핏 위양의 일화를 접했을 때 이 위양의 일화에서 나오는 질문과 대답이 마치 화두처럼 여겨졌었는데요. 화두와 위양의 일화에서 나오는 질문과 대답들이 어떤 차이가 있는 건지 궁금합니다.
Master, the question is, I'd like to know the difference between Hua Tou and actually the part that we're studying for WeiYang stories, the questions and answer. Would you please explain what is the difference?
It's not something for you to understand, okay? Not right now. Eventually, you appreciate the story I told you. Because I feel very fortunate to be able to stumble upon this anecdote to see how Master WeiShan transmitted the Hua Tou. This is the most important part for me, personally. He's a great teacher, the founder of our school, okay? And this is how he transmitted the Hua Tou to one of his disciples, and a successful story, okay, that no one could teach him, including Xiang Yin. Master BeiKyeon could not help him. No one else could help him, okay? And Master WeiYang tried to help him for many years, okay? Didn't work either. And then he says, this is what you're going to have to do, okay? And notice that his instructions is one question, right? One question. Did he explain to Xiang Yin how to do it? No. Did he explain to Xiang Yin, is this a Hua Tou, and this is what it means? No. So his instructions are even better to me than Master Han Shan, because Han Shan had to use 4 or 5 sentences to explain the Hua Tou. It's not wrong, but that's not how you want to teach Hua Tou. One day when you become a teacher and you have to teach Hua Tou, then you remember what I just said to you. Okay? We have fantastic teachers in Master WeiYang, Master Yang Shan. I could not find anything from Master Yang Shan teaching Hua Tou that should tell us that Hua Tou is not that good of a Dharma door when you think about it. It's not for everyone. Only very few select people can practice Hua Tou. The rest of us, we have no business practicing Hua Tou. That's why I force you to practice for a few days, for a few weeks, for the heck of it. Okay? To find out for yourself. Okay? So that's the story. The story there is meant to illustrate how Hua Tou was transmitted, at least to me. Okay? That's all. How the great teacher taught Hua Tou in our lineage. Okay? All right? So it's not for you to try and understand, because you won't be able to. I can sit here and keep on talking to you for another hour about this anecdote, but then I'm just telling you more information that's not going to help you that much in your Hua Tou practice. Okay? I just want you to hear the story behind this and how beautifully it was transmitted, and the efficiency, the great wisdom in the transmission process itself. Okay? And it worked beautifully for someone who's impossible to teach. All right? Go ahead. There's lots of questions there. Go ahead, JMT.
Hello, Master. For me, it's the same as Jumi. I practiced Hua Tou about 3 years, but there is no result. So it's the same as for me. Doesn't need to practice during this chanchi.
No, you don't have to practice. You should practice what we taught you. Master Z, did you talk to him? Not yet? Talk to him then. Next. GF.
Thank you, Master. I have a question that might be out of my league, but I'm just curious. Is it okay if I ask?
Okay.
I'm just wondering if a Hua Tou can be practiced by like Mahasabhas. Is it something that you think might benefit them? Is there like a lower level practice?
No, they can practice Hua Tou. But they will not be able, they don't need to practice Hua Tou anymore. You Mahasabha, you don't need to practice Hua Tou. Hua Tou is for people who are not enlightened. And you're right, it's a below level much lower levels. This is why I never liked it. Go ahead, DTT.
Master, so when I practice 念佛是谁, who's reciting Buddha's name, I felt like my body was trying to give me an answer. So I was following my body, trying to figure out what it's trying to tell me. I still don't know the answer, but I just want to clarify, is that okay for me to follow it? Or I should try to, it's false thinking, I should come back to 念佛是谁.
Here's the instructions. Keep in mind, when you listen to this, keep in mind on how Master WeiYang taught it. Master Han Shan explains the process, explains the concepts behind the Hua Tou, but we didn't have the information whether he taught Hua Tou or how he would transmit Hua Tou. We didn't have the information. What he gave us is the process behind it. It encapsulates precisely the process behind it. Even though with that, you don't understand what he means. I understand what he means, but you don't. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, looking for instructions, what to do, okay? Don't read a lot of junk. Read Master Han Shan's instructions and then memorize it, and that's it. You don't need to look anymore. Because so far, Xing Yun, the other teachers, they introduce what I would call impurities. It's not good for you. Okay? So that's in context. In the context of her questions, he says, I have some answers, I have some doubts, whatever. Whatever, when you practice Hua Tou, if you have a chance to practice Hua Tou next, okay, all you do is focus on the question. Forget about doubt, forget about whatever's going to happen. It doesn't matter. You see, this is why we don't want to give you any instructions. He said, just focus on who's reciting Buddha's name. That's all. If you explain more, okay, then we have to explain more and explain more and explain more. Now, what's going to happen? You start deliberating. He said, but. If Master Yunghua says so, but Master Miao Feng said differently, and then my Korean teacher says differently, and then Master Xinhua says differently. You see, as soon as I explain more, you will start deliberating. You start asking, how does it compare to Master Han Shan? How does it compare to Master Xing Yun? How does it compare to Master Xinhua? How does it compare to the second patriarch, if he ever teaches? I don't think he dares teach the Hua Tou. You understand? So this is why all you have to do, all I want you to do, is focus on one of the two topics. Just keep it simple, okay? Who's reciting Buddha's name? What's my original faith before I was born? And any of you can do that, and all of you should give it a shot. That's all you do. And anything else that pops up, ignore it. Go back to it. Forget about doubt. Forget about... You know, all these people, when they teach Hua Tou, they said you're supposed to have doubts. And it creates deliberation again. Is this doubt or is it not doubt? Because people brought up the word doubt right away. Okay? I have doubts. I think it's a Hua Tou, but I don't think it's probably not the case. It's doubt there, but it's not the doubt that they're talking about. It's not a Hua Tou doubt. It's only your intellect. It's only your debating. So, we told you an anecdote to tell you how the Hua Tou, the purest form of transmission of the Hua Tou, was done by great Master WeiYang. That's the standard. In the future, If you're going to have to teach Hua Tou, you stick to it. This is our lineage. No deliberation. Okay? You're free to read as much as you want, but eventually, ultimately, you go back to instructions. Okay? You don't need to understand a damn thing. You understand after, not before. Yes, JC.
안녕하세요, 마스터. 보라선원에서 수행하고 있는 전선영이라고 합니다. 좋은 수행 시스템 속에서 수행할 수 있게 해주셔서 감사합니다. 제가 며칠 전 계율을 어기고 술을 마셨는데 참여하고 싶습니다, 마스터.
Master, I'm here cultivating at JC, and my name is Chan Sanyang. Thank you for giving us this great opportunity to cultivate and making this system. I'd like to repent because a few days ago I drank alcohol.
No. Oh, this is terrible. Few days ago, it's like New Year's, right? Okay, you're forgiven. Okay. I met her in Korea recently on a last trip. She looks so much better than before. You're on the right track. Keep it up. Okay? Any other questions about the Hua Tou? Okay? That's the instructions. You choose a topic, either one. Okay? Don't ask for a third one. Again, you deliberating. Can I have a better one? Okay? But you can have something that's more appropriate for me. Forget that. Okay? I gave you two, pick one. Okay? And then, of course, I would not dare ever dream that it's great of instruction at Master WeiYang, the way Master WeiYang gave it to Xiangyuan. To me, it's virtuoso. It's so beautiful. Okay, but Master WeiYang has great wisdom, so I can never ever dream of being able to do that the way he did it for Xiangyuan. Okay, but keep it very simple, okay? Repeat that question. What's my original face before I was born? Or who's reciting the Buddha's name? And ask yourself that question. That's all you do. Anything else, you can ignore, including all the instructions you read. You ignore all of those. Including, now I told you, including Master Han Shan, you can even ignore that as well. Okay? After you're done, after you broke through, then you can go back and say, this makes sense. This is why. Okay? But before that, all the explanations, the more they talk about it, the more you deliberate, the more you become more easily confused and sidetracked. One thing that you do, okay? Who's reciting the Buddha's name? You maintain that thought. You maintain that question in your mind. That's all you do. Is that clear? I cannot be clearer than this. Okay? One instruction. Okay, I'm imitating Master WeiYang. Could you tell me what is your original face before your parents were born? Okay, so I'm telling you the same thing. Just focus on that question. to the exclusion of everything else. Anything else, you can ignore. And do not try to understand. It's very important. No need to understand. Okay? Forget about doubts. Forget about all the things you read so far and you heard so far and all the people bragged about. Forget about that. Okay? Including Master Han Shan, including Master Xue Hua, including me. Okay? That's all you do. Another thing, but Master Hua says so, and Master Xue Hua says so. It doesn't matter. Even ignore me. Got that? That's what Master WeiYang did to Xiang Ye. He said, what's your original face? Okay? He never came into the picture himself. It's purest Chan teaching. I love it. I don't need to tell you in my prior life you practiced Hua Tou before. Jesus Christ. Now you sit there and you think, what about my prior life? I practiced too? And my last life I practiced, what was I practicing? Nonsense. Okay? It's elegance, folks. It's such an elegant way of teaching Hua Tou by Master WeiYang. Yes, too.
마스터님, 제 의견은 뭐 아직 잘 모르겠습니다만 화두선을 해서 성공한다는 것은 한국에 만여 명의 그 스님들이 여름과 겨울에 하안거 동안거를 하는데 그 깨우치는 분이 겨우 2-3명 될까 말까 하다는 것처럼 그 화두를 끝까지 아주 자나깨나 붙들고 늘어질 그거는 기질이 어느 정도 맞아야 성공할 가능성이 있다. 아무나 되는 건 아니지 않느냐 이런 생각이 듭니다. 이상입니다.
Master, I'm not really sure about my opinion about Hua Tou. In order to successfully accomplish, I look at this example. In Korea, there are many sinims goes into summer and winter retreats. And I heard that barely 2 or 3 becomes enlightened. They do Hua Tou night and day. And what I learned is it has to be a certain vessels to learn or to do the Hua Tou.
Old man. What did I just tell you? You want to practice Hua Tou? It's only one question. It's no need to ask me questions. You ask yourself, who's reciting the Buddha's name? Who cares what the sinims did? It's none of your business. Listen. You try to understand what is the matter with you. I told you very clearly, if you want to practice Hua Tou, focus on that question. That's it. Nothing else matters. Not diabetes, not your death. Let alone someone else who did it, whatever. Who cares? If they're enlightened, great for them. None of your business. You need to get enlightened. That's the only thing that matters. What is the matter with you? You're trying to understand too much. No one dares tell you. You're wasting time. How much more time do you think you have? Huh? Pirate. The black patch. That's a pirate to me. Yes, JC.
말씀하세요.
안녕하세요, 마스터. 저는 이변 박지영이라고 합니다. 제가 그제 월요일 날 질문을 드렸었는데요. 그 중에 또 제가 떨림에 대해서 말을 했었는데, 제가 4시간을 최장시간으로 앉은 게 4시간인데, 그때 앉을 때 굉장히 떨리고 울음을 그치지 못하고 진정하지 못했을 때, 현묘 스님께서 제 앞에 앉으셔가지고 만트라 능엄주를 해주셨습니다. 그런데 정말 신기하게도 호흡도 가라앉고 움직임도 멈춰지고, 그래서 되게 신기함을, 저는 불교가 여기가 처음이어가지고 되게 신기함을 느꼈는데요. 그 후로도 앉거나 아플 때 떨림을 제가 시작할 것 같을 때 능엄주를 하면 좀 가라앉고 그 전보다 덜하고 그런 것을 느끼고 있습니다. 근데 며칠 전에는 제가 좀 위장이 좀 안 좋은 편이어가지고 위쪽에 되게 꼬임을 되게 심하게 느껴가지고 칠을 하면서 앉으면서 능엄주를 하면 또 한 20분, 30분 정도 지나면 되게 가라앉음을 느꼈거든요. 근데 신기하게 병원에 제가 어제는 절에 못 오게 되는 상황이 있어서 병원을 다녀왔는데, 병원에서 초음파도 보고 했는데 몸에 이상은 아무것도 없고 뭐 스트레스나 이런 것 때문이라고 했습니다. 근데 능엄주를 하면 아픈 것이 가라앉고 떨림이 오기 전에 가라앉고, 그런 것들이 어떤 종교적인 이유가 있는 건지, 아니면 또 제가 그래서 약사주, 아플 때 하라는 만트라 약사주를 해봐도 그걸 가라앉거나 뭐 아픈 게 통증이 사라진다거나 그런 건 특별히 못 느꼈거든요. 근데 첫 번째 다즈토를 하면 그런 게 느껴져서 좀 신기하게 느껴집니다. 그 이유가 궁금합니다.
So, Master, I have a question about the effectiveness of two mantras, which is Medicine Master Mantra and the other one is Shrangama Mantra. Let me give you an example. On Monday, I had a question. I talked about the shaking my body. The longest I sat was 4 hours, and during that time, I was crying and shaking. And the strange thing is, Master Shen Miao sat in front of me and then recited Shrangama Mantra. And strangely, my breathing calmed down, and then my shaking body was less. And then, so I realized that any sitting, I start to do the Shrangama Mantra, I could see myself calm down, and then there was a change. A few days ago, I have a problem with my stomach. My stomach gets really tensed. So I start to do the Shrangama Mantra again, 20 to 30 minutes, and I feel better. So somehow yesterday I had a chance to go to a hospital, and they did the ultrasound, and they found there's no problem. It's just caused by the stress. So my question is there reciting Shrangama Mantra, is there some kind of religious relationship? And then when I tried the Medicine Master Mantra, it didn't give me any result. My pain did not disappear, or my sickness did not disappear. So would you care for explain why there's a different responses for different mantras?
Because they have different uses, and it has different affinities to different people. The Shrangama mantra is a very long mantra, and it has many purposes. And even when you recite the heart of the mantra, it still includes all those purposes. Medicine Master Mantra also have different uses as well. So it depends on the person, depends on the circumstances. But just because you don't see any results doesn't mean that it's a waste of time at all. We teach you different mantras because you want to try them. If you try, as you tried, in your case, you tried and the Shranga mantra works, then do Shranga mantra. At some point in time, maybe it will stop working. And then you should try another mantra. That's all. Okay? It will change constantly. It's not always the case. Furthermore, the shaking and all those things are good things for you. You don't know how fortunate you are in being able to come to a place where when you're shaking, you go crazy like that. And you're among the crazy people. Many of us have shaken in the past. And we rose above it eventually, okay? I shook for about years myself. And so one of my disciples, XF, Xianfa, she used to shake so bad, walks really weird, to the point where her teacher forbade her to cultivate. Okay? Or in other cases where I heard stories where people actually were stopped from coming to the temple because they were afraid, the Sunims were afraid that they would look bad and that people would be scared that these shakers are crazy or something. Our temple, we shakers and Quakers. That's an American joke, English joke. Quakers, huh? Okay, shakers. So again, let me tell you, shaking is a very, very good thing for you. Okay, and it's designed, and those of you who are able to do that, you're very, very lucky because it helps you make progress a little bit faster, and eventually, as a teacher, if you really understand Chan, if you're so proud of yourself, you say, after all these years, and I still cannot stop shaking. That means you still don't understand Chan yet. The proof's right there. If you understand Chan, then your shaking will help you eventually understand Chan. So it's a good thing. Don't worry about it, okay? And so these mantras and so forth, whether Shranga mantra works for you, good for you, and then use it, okay? But there's still the effort is still the same. You endure it, okay? You don't quit. You endure it. And since you're enduring it and you are suffering, you might as well try something to alleviate the suffering. But you endure it. You don't quit. That's all. That's all that matters. Don't worry so much about this and that. Okay? You keep on trying. You keep on finding different things to while you are trying to endure it. That's the spirit. You get it? Because what's going to happen is that in the future, after a while, when I was practicing on my own and with no direction whatsoever, I stopped shaking. I shook for years. I stopped shaking. I said, "What now? I don't know what to do." It's crazy. You see? So you don't know how lucky you are that you're shaking. Okay? Rest assured that it looks crazy to the outsiders, but we are very, very sane. Okay? We don't care to justify it to you. Okay? If people misunderstand and say these people are possessed and they're a cult or whatever, who cares what they think? I've been slandered, I've been criticized, I've been wrong for decades. I never bothered justifying myself. I said, Okay, so you try to suffocate me. I was a novice. I have nowhere, and in order to practice, you need protection, you need support. You cut off everything from me to make sure either I submit to them or I go back to lay life. I say, I'm not going to submit to you. Losers. Why should I submit to you? Huh? And if I run out of things, I go back to lay life. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Yeah. And so you endure. That's all. You endure, and let me share with you one thing. Okay? Don't justify. I'm the personification of that. I've been wrong, people misunderstood me, people slandered me, okay? I never said anything. I endured, and more, even to this date, okay? The newcomers still come to me and ask me, these people, they said things about you. Okay? I said, yeah, that was totally wrong. But I'm illustrating to you, I endure. I never justified myself. Endure. Don't quit. Yes, JF.
네, 마스터 안녕하세요. 네, 마스터. 저도 쉐이키 좀 많은 편이긴 한데 가끔씩 좀 차분하게 쉐이킹 없이 할 때가 있거든요. 그러면은 최대한 몸을 안 움직이고 계속 명상을 유지를 하려고 하는데 정신은 되게 말똥해요. 정신은 말똥한데 가끔 완전 꾸벅꾸벅 조는 것처럼 몸이 이런 식으로 움직일 때가 있거든요. 이걸 보셔야 되는데. 네, 그래서 사실 저는 이게 명상을 하고 있는 중이라고 생각을 하는데 알고 보면 정말 그 상황이 조는 건지 아니면 진짜 명상을 하는 건지 뭔가 문제가 있는지 궁금해서 질문 드립니다.
Master, I have a question between am I meditating or am I sleeping? So I also have a problem with the shaking. I tend to shake a lot, but once in a while the shaking stops. And then I try my best not to move my body at all. My mind is clear. However, my body is moving front and back as I showed to you. But I feel like I am meditating. But am I really sleeping or meditating?
Sometimes you're sleeping, sometimes you're meditating. It doesn't matter, you keep it up. Okay? You keep fighting. And you learn from your seniors. You new people, newcomers, should watch your seniors. Okay? Watch what? The 4 compartments. How we walk, how we sit, how we stand. Those are fundamental trainings that the Buddhists give, but I never stressed it because I never felt the need. But now, I know some of you, you come in, I watch you. After a while, I started correcting you how to walk, how to stand. And for you need to sit. Learn how to sit properly. You're not sitting properly. Okay. Anyone else? Was there questions? Yes, KU2.
네, 광호님이 작성하신 유튜브 질문입니다. 근본 선칠기간 화두를 수행할 때 모든 시간에 온종일 오로지 화두를 수행하려고 노력해야 할까요? 혹은 제가 평소 하고 있는 대로 운전하거나 업무 쉬는 시간에는 연불 대비질 수행하고 도량 법당에 와서 화두를 수행해도 괜찮을까요? 즉, 때론 연불이나 만트라를 하고 하루에 정해진 시간에 집중해서 화두를 수행하면 될까요?
So this question is from Kwang Ho. During the Chan retreat period, when practice Hua Tou, should I make the effort to practice the Hua Tou exclusively at all times throughout the entire day? Or would it be acceptable to continue as I usually do, reciting the Buddha's name or practicing the Great Compassion mantra while driving or during breaks or at work?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Then practicing the Hua Tou when I come to the temple or the Buddha hall. In other words, is it okay to sometimes practice Buddha recitation or mantras and then practice the Hua Tou with the focused concentration during a specific time each day? Thank you.
Good question. When you practice Hua Tou, it requires total dedication. You don't want to do anything else. You don't want to recite Buddha's name. You don't want to go to work. Okay. You are constantly focusing on the Hua Tou. That's the only thing you do. It requires total commitment. So what you want to do, Wang Ho, is you arrange for a time where you have total dedication and you have no interruption and you just focus on that. Okay? Whether you can commit for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and so forth. Don't mix and match. Okay? Preferably, it's going to take you, knowing you, probably take you days or weeks or months before anything happens. But you just have to do it right by dropping everything and entirely devote or dedicate all your efforts to the Hua Tou, okay, for 1 day, 24 hours a day, 2 days, 3 days, and so forth. That's how you should do it, okay? You don't need to do it, If it's hard for most people, but the Hua Tou needs total dedication. You don't want to go half-ass, half the recitation, Buddha's name, half Hua Tou, half mantra, and so forth. All right? All right, I have 4 more minutes. Any other questions? Okay, if no questions, then we can end here, and good luck to the rest of you. Okay, thank you, everyone.